Welcome, friends. I invite you to join me standing at the top of your mat, feet hip distance, arms at your sides. As we find Tadasana or mountain pose, maybe try some gentle shoulder circles, moving one way and then the other, starting to release tension in the body. Drawing the shoulder blades back and down, turning palms to face out. Relax the jaw and face. Breathe. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue drawing your attention to your breath, finding even inhales and exhales out of the nose as much as possible. Today's practice is a beginner's yoga flow. As we move through the poses, I invite you to connect your breath with movement, taking a child's pose or rest anytime you feel your breath may be getting away from you. On your next inhale, reach up. As you bend the knees, hinge from the hips, forward fold. As you inhale, halfway lift, pressing hands to thighs or shins, keeping the back and neck long. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the length. Inhale as you gently roll up, reach up, maybe look up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Keep the knees bent to protect the low back. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the length. Inhale, roll up, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart. Once again, reach up. Exhale as you forward fold. Lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you plant the palms and step back to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Bringing your right hip over to right heel, then the back, side, front, some gentle hip circles. Maybe making little circles or bigger circles, or resting in child's pose for a moment. Whatever feels right in your body today. Start to go the other way, bringing your left hip to heel, around, side, front, and back. Don't forget to breathe. Now bringing our hips to heels, keeping our arms extended for child's pose. Breathe here. Gently tuck the toes and stretch back to downward facing dog, keeping the knees bent, arms shoulders distance, feet hip width. Look forward, step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, maybe looking up if it's okay on your neck, and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, moving through a sun salutation now. Plant the palms and step back to hands and knees. Shift slightly forward as you hug elbows to ribs, lowering to the mat. Lift the chest for cobra. Keep the toes on the mat. Lower back down. Tuck the toes and press to hands and knees, finding child's pose. Stay here or gently stretch back to downward facing dog. Arms shoulders distance, feet hip width. Look forward, step to the top of the mat, finding halfway lift. Forward fold, and inhale as you reach the arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll flow through that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Lower to the mat through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. Exhale, pressing back to child's pose. Staying here or stretching to downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. Look forward, step to the top of the mat, finding halfway lift, forward fold, and inhale as you reach up, bringing hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Lengthen, lift, step back, finding chaturanga. Elbows to ribs. Inhale as you lift the chest for cobra, maybe a higher cobra. Gently lowering back to the mat and pressing up, stretching back to child's pose. Staying here or stretching back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward, step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, nice, long, smooth breath. Reach up and hands to heart. Nice work. Finding Tadasana at the top of the mat, take a moment to reconnect with your breath here. On your next inhale, reach up. Hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step just the left leg back, placing the knee on the mat, reach up for low lunge. Keeping the front knee over the ankle. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows as you gently lift the chest. Reach up and release the arms, stepping both feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, long, smooth breath, and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, keep the knees bent, forward fold. Halfway lift, stepping the right leg back, bringing knee to the mat for low lunge. Reach up, breathe here. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows, release the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the arms to the mat and step both feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen, lift. Stepping the left foot back, knee on the mat. Reach up into low lunge. Breathe. Bringing hands to the mat or on blocks, start to straighten the front leg, gently bringing the right hip back, keeping back and neck long for half split. Breathe. Rebend the knee and step both feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you sweep the arms up and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, knee on the mat, reach up for low lunge. Connect with your breath here. Release the arms to the mat or on blocks and begin to straighten the front leg, drawing the left hip back, half split on the other side. Rebend the knee and step both feet to the top of the mat. Lengthen, lift, forward fold. Inhale, long, smooth breath. reach up, and hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, stepping back to hands and knees. Gently shift forward, hugging elbows to ribs for chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra, maybe a higher cobra. Lowering down, press up, back to child's pose or downward facing dog. Arms, shoulders distance, feet hip width. Draw in the belly, press through the fingertips. Come through and sit, rolling onto our back for a hug of compassion. Such great work today. Gently rocking side to side. As you're ready, bring your feet to the mat and bring your feet as wide as the mat. Gently dropping your knees to the right and looking over your left shoulder. Take this time to reconnect with your breath here. Coming back to center, we'll drop the knees to the left, looking over our right shoulder. Breathe. Start to let yourself melt into the mat as we seal in all this good work. Feet on the mat, hip distance again. You may stay here or extend the legs all the way out for Shavasana, our final resting pose. Feet flop open, arms at your sides, palms face up. Come to natural breath now. Let everything melt into the mat, sealing in this great work, the calm and energy we've created together. Our quote for today comes from Leslie Fightmaster, who we remember in our hearts this week as our yoga angel. May these words transform your practice as they have mine. It's not about the pose, and you don't have to be perfect. Thank you, Leslie. Let's carry this truth with us off the mat today as we start to wake up the body. Wrist circles, maybe ankle circles. Maybe you're feeling like a big stretch overhead. As you're ready, roll to the right. Coming up, we'll close with 3 collective breaths. Inhale, let's reach up. Remembering it's not about the pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, and you don't have to be perfect. Inhale, reach up one more time, hands to heart. Sealing in this light and love. Let's share this light and love with all beings everywhere. Blessings, friends, and namaste. If you've enjoyed our practice, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share us with your friends, like our content, and consider a donation so we can continue to spread this love to all beings everywhere. Blessings, friends.